Farmers are paying more to grow your food and earning less when they sell it. New USDA data show the cost-to-income gap is now the widest in more than a decade. Plus, potatoes could be America's next billion-dollar export. Why trade leaders say a new global roadmap could mean major growth for U.S. growers. Good evening and welcome into Eye on Agriculture. I'm Britton Rucker. New data shows fertilizer tariffs were passed straight to farmers. New research from North Dakota State University shows farmers paid most of the cost of fertilizer tariffs in 2025 and then some. In its agricultural trade monitor, the study found fertilizer prices in the U.S. jumped sharply after tariffs were imposed in April, especially compared to Canada, which wasn't subject to the tax. Farmers are paying more to produce food and earning less when they sell it. New data from the U.S. Department of Agriculture shows the gap between farm cost and farm income is now the widest in at least a decade. By October of last year, USDA's index of prices farmers pay for inputs like fertilizer, fuel, and labor climbed to its highest level since 2011, while prices farmers receive for crops and livestock continue to fall. In real terms, production costs are now more than 50% higher than in 2011, while prices farmers earn are up just over 20%. The growing gap doesn't measure profits directly, but economists say it's a clear warning signs of mounting financial pressure on farm operations heading into the next season. Potatoes may be America's next billion-dollar export story. The U.S. potato trade leaders say a new global roadmap could turn trade friction into major growth for growers. At Potato Expo 2026, leaders from the National Potato Council outlined a strategy focused on expanding exports to Mexico, Japan, and parts of Asia. Fresh potato exports to Mexico have already surged more than 160% since the market opened, now topping $134 million a year, while fry exports have grown into a $319 million market. Industry leaders say opening Japan to fresh U.S. potatoes could unlock another $150 million opportunity on top of strong fry sales. They stress trade negotiations, tariff relief, and protecting market access will be key to reaching long-term billion-dollar export growth. Still to come, Senator Marshall joined us this week on 12 News, and I talked to him about his recent ag-focused trip to Mexico, America's plans to acquire Greenland, and possible conflict in the Middle East. That just ahead.